Hey everyone, it's Jessica. I'm back with another video for you for the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. And today I am doing the March 2023 sketch challenge using this sketch with some circlies in it and some gorgeous elements from the Limitless kit, which is called Burnished. And I'm going to start by pulling out one of the dark pattern papers and kind of ripping this piece off in both sides. Or on both sides. The sketch itself has little paper strips on the sides, but that's not really my jam. So I decided to make it my own and just do some ripping out of those, and I'm going to use this other one behind it to back those sections with. So I still kind of have paper strips in there, just in a different way. Then I'm going to start this background by prepping it with some white gesso using my spatula I got from Amazon. And I'm just going to set that aside to dry while I work on my photos. I've already matted them, and you can see my other little son in that photo kind of peeking in the background there. I've already matted them with some smooth white cardstock, and then I've just taken one of these pattern pieces out of the little small paper pad from the kit, and I'm going to mat them again and distress those edges. And I've also pulled out, as you can see, that little embellishment sheet there. That is actually part of the small paper pad as well. I'm actually just going to fussy cut a lot of these elements out of this and use them on my layout. The kit does come with 2 packs of die cut ephemera, but I am actually going to use these, most of these, in my layout. So as you can see, I've already cut them out. I'm going to set those aside. My background is now dry with that gesso, so I'm going to start with adding my elements to it. So I'm going to add some mixed media. I've pulled out the stencil. This is the grungy stencil that came in the actual kit. And it is by Ciao Bella. I think that's how you say it. C-I-A-O, I think it is. I pronounce it as Ciao, but I'm not exactly sure. So if I butchered that, please excuse me. And I am just using some of this blue paint that came in this kit. It's just a flat metallic paint, so it's really super sparkly and pretty. I love the color, so I've just used a sponge, just like you're painting on a wall, to put that on my paper. So I thought if I use a spatula or anything like that, it would have actually blobbed, and that's not the effect that I wanted. So that's why I used the sponge. It created a much nicer application. And then I've just pulled out 2 of the mica mists that come with this kit as well. This is the Aspen Gold, and I also used the Midnight Horizon, which comes with it, and then an older kit came with Silver Smoke, which I used as well here. And then I'm actually going to pull out a black one too. I'm going to pull out my Heidi Swapp black color shine here and add just a little pop of black to my layout, just to darken it up just a little bit more. I didn't want to do too much to it because I want that stenciling to show through as much as possible, because I know my photos are going to hide a big section of that. So I'm just going to adhere my little paper strips on either side using my tape runner. I've already cut those little strips down with my cutting board here, my paper cutter, and I don't ever show my paper cutter. Maybe I will in the next video, but I don't show it because it's rather big. I love my paper cutter. It's an oldie but a goodie. I actually broke it at one point in time. Well, my kids broke it. They dropped it and the handle broke, but my husband was able to patch it up for me, so it looks pretty sad. And it used to be white, but it's kind of yellowed a little bit from the sun, so that's why I never show it, because it looks industrial and it looks well used. But maybe just for giggles, I'll pop that into my next video when I cut something, just to show you guys how funny it looks. So here I am using those little bits that I cut out. I fussy cut, which you also know if you've watched my videos that I hate fussy cutting, but I really couldn't resist cutting some of those little tools out. And then I've pulled out one of the die cut packs in this kit that had a lot of these cute little elements like toolboxes and little gears and things and little wrenches. I've pulled in that one wooden wrench. I just love those cute little wooden wrenches. They're so adorable. And then these lights. I cut those out of that sheet that I ripped out of the pattern paper pad, and I thought those lights would be so cute. I was going to make my title say, it's going to say safety first here in a moment. You'll see me pop the letters on. But I was going to put safety first up top and then down below Mr. Bright Eyes. And then that's what the lights were going to be all about. But I ended up not adding the second little title. because I had so much going on this layout. I thought this is perfectly fine without all of that underneath. So yeah, I just left it as is, and I really like the lights there regardless, so it turned out fine. And you'll see me pop off the camera frame whenever I'm ripping off the backing off of the adhesive squares. I use these 3D foam squares from ThermoWeb, which is another design team that I'm part of, and I post videos over there on their channel too. But I use their foam squares, which I love, but it's kind of funny. I had gotten hand, foot, and mouth disease back in November, and yes, November of last year, and it is now March, and my fingernails are still like cracked and falling apart and falling off from it. So I have a ridiculously hard time peeling things like tape and getting that backing off of those foam squares. So that's why I do it off camera, so I can cut some of that time out of the video, because if I didn't, you guys would laugh so hard at how long it takes me to literally just peel backing off of things because of my fingernails being shot. So they're finally at this point starting to grow back, but they're really sad looking. So if you at any point actually see my fingernails, I know that these videos are sped up, so you probably can't really tell, but now you're all pausing the video and trying to see my fingernails because they're little halfsies, and it's ridiculous. They literally peeled off from the bottom up, and I regrew new fingernails. It was awful and it was painful, and yes, I'm complaining about it. If anyone has had hand, foot, and mouth disease as an adult, then you know it's just like the gift that keeps on giving, and it's crazy. And I guess it's super rare for an adult to get it, but I guess I've never had it in my life. So it was my time since my kids passed it on to me from their little cousins back in November. So yeah, so still recovering a little bit, but it's all good. And my voice is back, so that's a positive thing. I have my voice back right in time for allergy season. So that's always good. But as long as I take my allergy meds, I think I'll be okay. So here I am just popping on all of these little bits to the layout. I'm just scattering them about, kind of making it look like the sketch with the circles. But then I've added in some stars and different little bits from what I cut off of the pattern paper sheet, and also this little pack of die cuts, which I say little, but it comes with a ton of them. It's crazy. And this glue here is one of my favorite types of glue. It's a liquid glue from Nuvo. You can actually grab that on our website as well. So I'm gonna put that link below for you so you can grab it, because it's my absolute favorite liquid glue. I really love it. It makes things stick down. And I use it on my sequins whenever I put them down, which you'll see here in a moment. I'm gonna, of course, add some sequins to this. This is a rather grungy layout, but I still absolutely love sequins. I'm in a sequin phase right now, and I love adding the bling to all of my layouts, even if it's a grungy one and a boy one like this. So these sequins actually came with the kit, so they match perfectly. Merity does an amazing job at putting these kits together, and I just love everything that comes in this one, and all of them are just put together so well. So yeah, we need to like give her a hand for all of her hard work and dedication, because I don't think I could pair things together that well. I like to scrap in collections so that I can be sure that everything matches. My one friend, my scrappy friend that I talk to a lot, she and I talk about mixing collections together, and she does it so well. But me, I just want to pull my hair out whenever I try to mix collections. So I love these kits because Merity does it for me, and I don't have to worry about it. So I'm just finishing up adding the last of my few sequins here. And then I'm going to tuck this here. My camera wasn't on whenever I stamped that, so my apologies, but all I did was just take out a date stamp. It's by Paige Evans. Stamped my date on that little tag by Ellie's Studio. And then here is like a closer view of the layout. I just love how this came together. There's my title with my safety first, my little guys, and all of those grungy little elements there, and the little car that I love so much. So here is the actual full layout for you. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I enjoyed making it for you. I love each and every one of you for following me and, you know, participating in my scrappy journey. And I read all of the comments. So if you need anything, just let me know and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.